assigned. Sugata Ghosh of the Economic Times joins in with more details. Sugata, what an interesting twist. What happens next then?
Development, though not entirely unexpected. RBI does have the last word on who joins the board, but it's a little odd for the regulator to communicate less than a fortnight before when these appointments were supposed to be announced. So, given the turn of events, the question that crops up is that whether HDFC, as the parent of the bank, has any reservations about this appointment.
Yeah, absolutely. So if that were to be the case, if one were to deduce that, the parent has some issue about the new appointments, what happens next in this case? I mean, what is the procedure which needs to be followed next?
Now, it was widely perceived in the banking industry that Shashi Jagdishan was being backed by Mr. Puri, Mr. Aditya Puri. And he was, the buzz was that he is fit to be the next CEO. Now, we know that there is a committee which is looking into in hiring the next CEO, and they don't yet have a clear name. That's the information we have. And so if these two gentlemen, who are not external people, who have been there for close to 2 decades or something, if their entry is blocked into the board, then how do you select the CEO? Because the CEO has to be an external person now. Because the internal guys, if they can't make it, if they're not executive directors, you can't directly make them CEO. And the road to their becoming the executive director, that has now been temporarily blocked. So it throws open the question that who is the next CEO, whether it's an external candidate or whether there is some name that the parent has in mind that the parent would like to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And at least going by the way things are developing right now, it seems that in all likelihood it would be an external candidate. But keeping that situation outside, Sugata, right now, besides Shashi Jagdishan and Bhavesh Zaveri, also there could be an internal candidate which perhaps the parent may be wanting to push. That also could be a possibility.
It's possible. It's theoretically possible, but we don't know. I mean, there have been no indications of that. Because these two gentlemen were being made the executive directors. So that was a precursor to one of them qualifying or trying to be the next CEO. But it's a natural precursor. First you become the executive director, then you have a chance of becoming the CEO. So if there is an internal candidate, which then we don't know that name because no other name was suggested for board nomination.